Good day to everyone. Welcome back to a series of Dhamma talks on World Buddhist TV, Wat Yanawa, organized by Buddhist Sangha Youth of Thailand. I am Pramaha Sompong, a moderator of the program. So today again, I would like to express our deepest thanks to Novice Jim for his presence here with us again to share his experience, especially the monastic life with us. The last show we have talked about the last or the past experience about his experience, especially various tradition of Buddhism he used to get, approach to, and even some practice. I think it's a very good idea for Thai Buddhism to learn from him, not just he himself to learn from us, but we can learn various tradition because right now the world very small, and then we can know each other through multimedia, especially we are living in globalization era, technology, information. So that's why we have to learn and to know each other more. Will be good idea for us to have him with us again. Welcome, Jim.
สวัสดีครับการตุพีโก
Yeah. Just look very nice and bright, with the robes, especially the orange robe, make you like the sun,
It's very bright.
very bright. So, are you happy with the monastic life?
Well, I think the monastic life fits very well into my lifestyle choices anyway. What I think is important as far as a Westerner is concerned is that the monastic life in Thailand is different than the monastic life in the United States that actually doesn't have a history of either mendicant monks or contemplative monks as a social choice or a lifestyle choice. In Thailand, that is a choice that is not only recognized but valued. And I think for the contemplative, which I would be considered, being in a Buddhist country with a long history of Buddhism and meditational choices, it helps encourage my meditational practices, and I don't have to explain to people about what I'm doing or why I have made that choice.
Yeah.
It's just obvious, and that's wholesome as far as I'm concerned from a Western point of view.
Oh, thank you. I think we can learn very much from you. Learn a lot, especially about the different action. What you look at us, not just only we look ourselves. Sometimes we cannot see the defection. We just only we are good, better than others, or something like that. That's, I think, is not good idea for Buddhism to go on. But right now we learn from you. We learn from the other tradition. That's why we can investigate ourselves. We can contemplate ourselves. That's I think is what we have to join hand. To do some activity in near future, especially in parts of Buddhist Sangha Youth of Thailand. We have a plan to do many things, but I think it's the time coming, and then the proper components coming, and then we can cooperate with each other. I think it's and then you can help us. You can, show us the way, especially how to presentation. It's not the contents of Dhamma, itself. I mean, especially in our tradition, we learn through, I mean, commentary, right? We learn through Tipitaka, but actually we lucky to understand the text. But right now, the text is not enough. We have like we need a reinterpretation of the essence of the Dhamma applicable to the modern times, modern situations, something like that.
Well, I might caution actually some enthusiasm here as historically as Buddhism spreads to different cultures. Those different cultures actually adopt Buddhism normally in different ways than what the more ancient cultures would expect or even value. It's like opening a door to an entirely different set of circumstances. And early on, when, for example, Buddhism has been only introduced to the West in the last 50 years or so, actually the last 60 years, it turns out that the Americans are going to, the Western people are going to adopt it in probably quite a different way than the Asians because of their historical experiences and their cultural values, which they're neither better or worse, but they are different.
Right.
And it's the differences that I think to some extent help, but it's always a challenge between the different cultures to appreciate those differences. But for Americans, I think it's essential that they actually come to a historically experienced culture to have an opportunity to appreciate the application of Buddhism from a cultural perspective, which isn't true in the United States. It's more of an academic interest. But what happens, certainly early on, is that you do attract the academics and the unusual people and the dynamic people. And so you get really exciting people, but they're also willful and self-centered and opinionated and all sorts of other problems that typically the Asians are not experienced about. They aren't used to the kinds of questions and actually, let's call it enthusiasm. Or obsession even may be the case for some Westerners that come here with their own beliefs, their own opinions, and their own expectations that are truly different than even the most bizarre Asian mind. And it's because of the cultural history and differences. So to some extent, yes, I think it would be important to open up the doors to Western students.
I see.
But there is a downside insofar as then you get Western students, and they have a way of, say, being a problem. Mostly just misunderstanding and misinterpretation of actions.
So, yeah, I think it's that's you got a lot of experience. I mean, for more than 40, 50 or 50 years or so. I think it's that's true monastic life right now. You are so. Could you please tell us about how the monks, especially Western monks like you, to help spread Buddhism to the local, the Western themselves?
Well, certainly Western